I guess I'll explain Stardust Crusaders now. I have to refresh my memory. It's about the stand fights, so let's do it. Okay, so Stardust Crusaders is about Joseph's grandson, Jotaro Kujo, and it starts off with him being in prison. He's arrested for beating up people. And his mom's going there, Holly, who's Joseph's daughter. And she's like, oh, Jotaro, you're so sweet, la 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 la. But then Jotaro gets there and he's like, hey, shut up, you B-word. And then she's like, oh, what? And then he's just chilling there. Like, he has, like, all this, some nice knickknacks and all that. And then, I think Joseph goes there with Alvidal. Alvidal's an Egyptian man with a red jacket. And then, oh no. Jotaro says he has an evil spirit haunting him. Joseph's like, oh, I know what that is. So then Alvidal and him go there. And Alvidal is an Egyptian man with a stand called... Oh wait, hold on, I'll explain what stands are. So Jotaro has this evil spirit haunting him, quote unquote. And he's like, hey, back away, I have an evil spirit. And then, pulls out, like, and he shows that he has, like, an RC car and, like, beer and all that. And he pulls out a pistol. He's like, I'm gonna shoot myself, but the spirit's gonna save me. And then Holly's like, no, don't do it. He shoots himself, but then this hand, this, like, ghostly hand grabs it. And he's like, look, see, an evil spirit's haunting me. And just, like, it's a stand. The stand is, I call it a stand because it stands behind it. It's the embodiment of fighting spirits. And then Alvidal's like, well, check out my stuff. This is called Magician's Red. It's fire. Oh no, he just has like a special move with like fire. And then Jotaro's like, what the flip? And then they fight, and then they realize that like Jotaro's stand Star Platinum is like super strong. And then they're like, yeah. So every Joestar has a stand now. And then they go to this cafe, and Joseph's like, hey, check this out. Dio's still alive. Remember when I was talking about how Dio killed Jonathan, but he survived? That's what kill him! Yeah, so Dio's alive and he's in Egypt, and he took over. He put his head on Jonathan's body and he became like a Joestar. And then because this happened, it channeled like a thing in all the Joestar's bodies. So, Joseph has a stand now because Dio's body is like completely connected. It's almost completely connected with Jonathan's, and it triggered like a thing because like their blood feud. So then they all develop stands, you know, just Star Platinum and all that. And then Joseph's like, we gotta go to Egypt. We gotta kill him because he's evil. And they get back there, and then they're all chilling. Jodo goes back to school, you know, he's a real ladies' man surrounded by all the girls. And then he's walking down the steps, and then you see this one guy. It pans to this one guy with like a painting thing. And he has red paint on his paintbrush, and he swipes across the painting of Jotaro, and then actual Jotaro gets like a slice on his leg, and he falls down the stairs, and then Kakyoin's, and so the guy with the paint is named Kakyoin, and he's like, blah blah blah, I'm gonna kill you. 49. And he goes to the nurse's office. He's like, yeah, I got a cut on my leg, and the nurse is like, all right, I'll take care of this. But then Kakyoin shows up. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. And he reveals his stand called Hierophant Green, which is like this snake guy. It's not really a snake. It's just a guy with like a snaky kind of body. And then he's like, yeah, my stand can control things. And my stand can control things. And then he sticks the stand inside of the nurse. He's like, yeah, look, check this out. He starts controlling her, and he starts flipping out. She has like scissors, I think, and just like swiping him at Jotaro, and he's like, oh, what the flip? And he starts fighting him, and then Kakyoin reveals his move, Emerald Splash, which is like this shoots a bunch of enemies out of it. It's okay. Or it's like, imagine like a bunch of spitballs. It's just like a bunch of, yeah. And Jodo was like, what the heck? I'm gonna deflect it. And he deflects it and start launching it. And Captain's like, what? No one can detect the enemy splash. And then Jotaro beats him up. And then he takes him home and he's like, hey, check this out. And then, oh, shoot. No, yeah. Yeah, they take him home, and then they're like, wait, this is just a teenager, why does he want to kill you? And then they realize that he has like this nub. That I think, because I think Avidal he was almost, that's why he doesn't eat them, that's how he knows. So he was almost controlled by Dio by these like little nudgings in their brain. Then he wasn't. And then he's like, yeah, we gotta take this out of his head before he dies. So then Jotaro's like, yeah, I'm just gonna use my star platinum because it's super precise and all that. And then he just takes it out. Hit it. Okay. So Jotaro takes the thing out and he's like, what the? Oh yeah, I was just told by Dio that we're on a trip to Egypt. Hit him. I have no mats. Go up there. Oh my god. He takes it out, Gaikon's like, yeah, I was controlled by Dio. Dio's like, what's up, man? Let's be friends. And he's like, he sticks it in him. Sticks the knife in him. That's time to kill Jotaro. And Joseph briefs him on like their plan and all that. And then that night, I think it was that night. It might have been the night after they got back from the prison. But that night, Holly is found in the kitchen, all like with a fever. And then Avidal's like, what the flip? And then they look on her back and they see that she has like a stamp in there. And they're like, what the heck? Holly? And then Jotaro's like, yada yada, oh, my mom. And yada yada means good. If he says that a lot, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say that. It's like, yada yada, my mom's sick. And then they're like, you know what, we gotta save her, we gotta go to, this is our purpose, we gotta kill Dio, save our mom. Jeez! They kill Dio to save my mom. And they're like, and then they go to Egypt. With Avidal, don't kill me. With Avidal, jeez. With Avidal, Joseph. Oh, and Joseph has a stand. So, the way they found out about Dio was at the cafe. Joseph developed a stand called Hermit Purple, and he punched a camera, and his stand is able to like show images of people, he's able to show images of people that he wants to. He's like, hey, show me an image of this person right now, and he like punches a camera or a TV and shows the image. Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna explain it. This is the longest part in JoJo's. I don't really feel like explaining I'm just gonna explain like the important parts. So yeah, they leave for Egypt. They take a plane, and then on the plane they encounter a stand user, and then the stand user messes up the plane. They crash. So then they have to resort to like walking and taking car rides. And then so then I think after that they meet Polnareff, who's this French guy with a like a juice box fade, and he's a stand called Silver Chariot. Same situation, he's being controlled by Dio, but they don't know it until they defeat him. He's like, hey, I'm gonna fight you guys. And his stand is like, it's this swordsman who's really fast, and he has this one thing where he can like take off his armor and become even fast. It's just this guy in like a suit of armor, pretty much. And then I was like, yeah, I'll take him. He fights him. I think eventually he just like burns him down with an option. It's like, knocked out. And then they take off the nub. And then they're like, hey, I'll join you guys. I have a vendetta against this guy with two right hands. He's like, I'll join you guys just for the, to help you guys, but also find a guy with two right hands. I have a feeling. You all on fighting and all that. And kind of more stuff. misadventures, and then we kind of give you guys Whole Horse and J. Giel, John, something like that. And J. Giel's the guy that killed Thanos. Oh yeah, so the guy that killed his sister. Yeah. So then J. Giel is the guy with 2 right hands, and then Whole Horse is just this like this cool guy that respects women and has a gun. His stand's called Emperor, where the bullets can like move the way he wants them to. I think it's something like that. There's 2 bullet stands in JoJo's. I confuse them. It's confused with what they do sometimes. So he just has a gun stand that, you know, if he misses the shot, it'll curve. And Radio has this thing called, I think it's Hangman. Oh yeah, all the stands are based off the player cards. She's read the player card. And then Platinum player card. But then they're also based off stands and all that. Blah blah blah. So Hangman can hide in reflections. So then this fight's like really interesting because they have to like look out for reflections.
Best player ever.
Who?
Pet Note SFB. Guess what?
So I forget how the fight goes honestly, but so I think they take care of J.Giel. It's just a little chicken that's long distance. It doesn't need to be that. And then opponent tracks him down, kills him. No mercy. Actually, it might have been children. No, it was. He kills him and then they go back. They're just chilling. They fight. So they fight. And then Whole Horse shoots Abadal in the head. And it happened after like him and opponent and Abadal had like a negative interaction. Alright, so all that blah 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 different stand fight. I think it's yeah, they go to this one island and at the end of it, and it's on purpose because guess what? Abadal, wait, hold on. Which it seems as if it's not. It seems as if it's not like a stand, just because of the way it interacted. Like it actually spoke English. And the opponent was like, "Hey, what's the deal? What's the deal with you?" It's like, "I can grant wishes," and then the opponent was like, "I want my sister back," and then came like, "Hail to you!" And then he brings back the sister. The plot twist. It's a. I think it's made out of dirt. And it's like a zombie. They try to kill Bulma. That's a real downer. And then he's fighting it. He's like getting kind of rocked by it. And then he's like, "Oh man, what am I gonna do now?" But then he's like, I haven't watched this part. I haven't watched any of the good parts. I'm a little rusty. But you know, he fights it. And then he sees like something happened to it, and then he sees that Abadal killed it. And he's like, "What the? Muhammad Abadal?" And then Abadal's like, "Yes, I am." Like, he's been alive this entire time. Joseph knew, Jotaro knew, except for everybody knew except for Fulmer. It was like a funny prank, you know? And then, blah blah blah, all that happened. And then they finally get to, I think they don't get to Egypt exactly, they just get the shores of Africa, and that's when like all the real fights happen, all the cool ones. I'm probably not so much stuff, it doesn't matter. So they're in Egypt. First fight is against this guy, Endul. He's a blind gentleman. There's a stand called It's Dead, full of water. And you know, I don't really feel like explaining all. Actually, no, the first one. No, that's a different stand. So they, you know, blah blah blah, a bunch of fights, regular JoJo stuff. First fight's against Endul, controls water. Oh, and then introduce a new character called Iggy, who's a saucy carrier with a stand called the Fool that can manipulate sand to create different images and stuff. So then They counter end duel, blind guy can control water, and then as soon as he's revealed, he slices everyone's eyes and he causes them to get and it's pretty sad. They're like, well, we gotta kill him, guys. He's gonna kill us again. Jotaro starts to fight and unbeats him with Iggy, fun little interaction. So then they go through a bunch of different Egypt fights. I think one pretty soon after this is the fight with Darby, who has a stand called Osiris, where he's a gambler and he bets souls. He bets on souls. He's like, they play poker. And like, I wager my soul for this. I think it's first. I think Joseph is the first one. Yeah, Joseph loses his soul. And you're like, oh, this is real serious. And then it's the fight. And then Dodo's like, yeah, I gotta get serious. I gotta beat this guy. So then they start the poker game. And Jotaro's like, I'm all in. I bet. That might not actually be. It might not be immediately. But then he's like, I'm all in. I bet everything. And he didn't look at his cards. And Darby's like, what the? Why didn't you look at your cards? He's like, I don't need to. He wagers literally like everything he has. He wagers Polnareff's. No wait, he took Polnareff's soul first, then Joseph's. He's like, I wager my soul, Tekyoin's soul, my mother's soul, Alvaro's soul for all this. And then he just psychs Darby out. And then he's like, oh. And Darby's like, oh man, I'm gonna pass out. So then he passes out. And then Jotaro flips his cards.
Should I ever this? So I have the notepad. I have a pad with
Do you have a bouncer tower?
no.
Yeah, stick to that.
How do you make a bounce?
Okay, so they beat Osiris and all that and they get their souls back. Then they move on. And then, there's some other interesting fights. Oh, there's, the Oingo Boingo brothers who have, it's Toth and I need to look this up. No, it's not important. I'm trying to do this wrong from memory. Okay, so it's the Oingo Boingo brothers. Oingo Boingo. Oingo has this like manga that can predict the future, and it might. Yeah, it's like a predetermined future, but it's not like it's not. It's not portrayed as you might think it might happen. I don't know if that makes sense. But like, it shows what's gonna happen, but it might not be entirely accurate. I'll explain how that works. So, Oingo, the younger one, I think it's Oingo, he has a prediction that Jotaro dies, and then Boingo's like, alright, well, let's see how we can make that happen. And then his thing allows him to disguise his face. So he disguises his face to look like Jotaro, and then he like, because I think Jotaro is visiting Kakyoin in the hospital. So then he's like disguised as Jotaro, and then Polnareff and Joseph are like, alright, come on, we gotta go drive somewhere. And he's like, oh, flip, they might discover me. And then, blah blah blah, bunch of funny things. This is just pretty much filler. Every single episode of Star Wars Crusaders is filler. So, funny turmoil, all that. He died, and he doesn't really die. He explodes, like his face explodes, because there was an orange that was a bomb for some reason. So then so the manga was correct because it didn't specifically say that Jotaro Kujo would die. It just showed a picture of someone looking like Jotaro dying. So that's how the manga works. Oingo survives. He appears later. Some other fights. He appears later with whole horrors, and then that's just another filler episode with some funny business. Not funny. And basically, if you're watching this, there's one with the one chick, Maria. It's probably Mariah or Maria. Her stand is Bast, and it's literally just it appears to like whoever sees it as an outlet, and then Joseph sees it and he's like, what, this outlet, and then he touches it and it becomes magnetic. Push comes to shove. Avidol eventually touches it and they become magnetic to each other, and it looks like they're doing the dirty, but they're not. It's just because they're both magnetic. It's pretty funny.
What's that say?
And then let's see, the next thing I can explain is the fight with Pet Shop, who's this bird who has an ice stand. Him and Iggy fight, and it's like pretty intense. And Iggy like loses a leg. And it's not really an ice stand. It's just Pet Shop makes a bird out of ice. That's how it works. So then they fight. Iggy loses a leg, and he pulls up. And he's like, "What the? How'd you lose a leg?" Because Pet Shop was guarding Dio's mansion. That's what it was. Yeah. So, and then after that episode's over, Cat Coin is back and he has sunglasses and he's all cool. Then they enter Dio's mansion. This is where it gets interesting. So as soon as they enter Dio's mansion, Cat Coin, Jotaro, and Joseph get split up from Polnareff, Avidol, and Iggy. And then they're like, alright, well, I guess we'll just split up and divide and conquer. So then Joseph, Jotaro, and Cat Coin, and kind of this one guy, Darby Younger, who's a gamer. And he has the same sort of gimmick, a similar gimmick, as his older brother, where he can take souls, but he plays video games and he wagers over the video games. So then Cat Coin's like, yeah, I'm a gamer, I can do this. So then they start playing this one game. It's a race car game. I forget what it's called, and it's like Select Your Career. It's pretty funny. So then they race. And and sorry, I forgot to say this. I'm forgetting everything. So the original Darby fight, he turns the souls into well, Darby turns the souls into poker chips. This guy turns into dolls. He turns the souls into dolls. Chest thing. So then Cat Coin loses, and now Darby has a Cat Coin doll, and then Jotaro's like, well, I gotta avenge him, and then Joseph's like, all right, you got this, grandson. But then he realizes that Jotaro has never played a video game before. And he's like, what the? You're gonna die. We're gonna lose our souls to a doll. I can't do this. And Jotaro's just like winging it and all that. And then they play this one. It's a baseball game called Baseball. They play that. They play that game. They play, oh, that's baseball, and then Jotaro is just basically like, he's a noob pretty much, but then he's like, alright, chill out, old man, I'll figure it out. I never said that. He calls Joseph an old man. Yeah, classic teenager. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. So, here's the mythic scar. Oh, it's a guy with a tag. Okay, so Jotaro's a noob, going through the motions. He's like, alright, well, I'll figure it out eventually. And then, he does. And then he goes like, oh crap. And then Cat Coin comes back to life. And then flip to the Polnareff, Avidol, and Iggy. They encounter this vampire called Vanilla Ice. The plot twist. He's a stripper. He's a gay stripper guy. And he's very loyal to Dio. Because I'm pretty sure he like slices off his arm. He's like, you need blood? You need blood? You injured yourself, do you need blood? And Dio's like, alright, chill out, man. Go kill my great nephew. That's what my relation is, because they're brothers. He's like, alright, I'll do that. But then he encounters Torn first. And his stand cream is freaking OP. No! No! Okay. So his stand cream, it looks like a dog and like a hat. And it's really funny, but like it like sucks up everything that it touches, because it goes in like this nether area where, oh no, where you can suck up everything. No! Dang it. He's just really dangerous. Oh yeah, and Abaddon dies earlier because he saw this thing on the wall that said if you move an inch, you're gonna die. And he moved an inch. He moved an inch and then he dies. You know, plot twist. He didn't listen to the instructions. And he gets cut off except for his arms. It's pretty sad. I like that though. He dies. Blah blah blah. So okay. Back to the cream side. So cream's OP. You know all this. Okay. So he's really dangerous. I think Polnareff's like, he's just barely dodging him because he's just getting lucky. And then Iggy comes back, and then Polnareff's like, get out of here, he's still alive. And then Iggy gets bodied by him. It's tough. Basically Iggy starts off as like a really annoying character the most, but then he becomes a lovable guy as time goes on. So yeah, that's a pretty sad guy. So now we have Abaddon and Iggy dead. Polnareff's still alive. And then he beats him by like dragging him into the sunlight. Cause like, the way Vanilla Ice, like, the way he fights is that he just keeps going around until there's no area for them to be left. So she's pretty OP. But then eventually Polnareff just drags him into the sunlight because he's a vampire. So we have 2 deaths. And Kakyo and Joseph and Jojo are all alive. And they don't know where Kyo is though. They haven't like encountered the area. And Polnareff is like, oh nuts.
Yeah.
So Polnareff is like, he's going up the stairs in the mansion. Oh, and Kyo's there. He's not shirtless like he was in the picture.
Not that one.
Not that one. He has to top the stairs. Yada yada yada. No. No. No, quit it now. Quit it. Quit it. So yeah. Well, oh my gosh. Dude, chill out. Heals, 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 yeah. Edit. Dio's at the top of the stairs, just like in this cool fit. And then Philip gets to walk up the stairs, but then he can't. He keeps like getting reset down to the bottom of the stairs. You'll see. So he's at the bottom of the stairs. And he's like, what's going on? And then Dio's like, blah blah blah. I forget what he says. And then usually just like jump on the window. Just dip. So yeah. He just leaves. too. Uh-oh. Sorry. I can't. Focused. Concentrate. Score. 1. Oh, you're dead. You're dead. Just 6. Okay. So Dio's chilling, jumps out the window. Polnareff's like, oh, what the heck was going on? Why was he going up the bottom of the stairs? And then Jotaro, Kakyoin, and Joseph all pull up and they're like, alright. And they see Dio and they're like, alright, we gotta formulate a plan. And then Dio calls an Uber and he starts to drive to like the center of town. Pretty much. And then he encounters Joseph and Kakyoin first. And Kakyoin's like, alright, I have a plan. And then he reveals a backstory about how he's always lonely. He's had to stay in his entire life. He sets up this thing called 100 Radius Emerald Splash, where it's like, imagine, it's just like a laser beam field pretty much. And he's like, alright, you can't get past this. But then, Dio reveals his stand, the world, which can stop time. Actually, no, I think Polnareff realizes that it's a time stop stand on the stairs. And then Dio's like, oh, alright, the world, stop time. And he pauses time, he walks over to Kakyoin, and he plunges his fist into his chest and kills him instantly. Not instantly, but he blasts him back against the water tower. And I'm like, what the heck happened? But then you like reanalyze the fight, and then Joseph's like, what the? Like, Joseph was like flipping out all that. And then, Joseph's like, what the heck happened? And then Kakyoin was like, alright, whatever, I have to tell Joseph. I have to tell Mr. Joestar about this. And he uses his last emerald splash against the water tower. Or no, against the clock in the middle of town. He's like, alright, so we can fix that. And then Joseph's like, think about this. Yes. And he reconvenes with Jotaro. Hey Jotaro, listen to me. The secret to the world is... And then he was like, Zawara! And then he calls time. I think he throws knives at Jotaro, or Joseph. He throws knives at Joseph. And Joseph is like dying. And then his ghost is talking to Jotaro saying, this trip was truly fun. It was a fun 50 days where we lost 3 friends. And Jotaro's like, alright, let's think about this. I forget when he figures out that he might have figured it out like after, like just because of contact freeze. There is a stand later where there's a time stop element, but you don't forget what happened during it. But he didn't forget that. He eventually figures it out, but then he just becomes helpless to it. And then they're all fighting, but then they have this one thing where Jotaro's like, alright, you... He calls him that. And then you're approaching. They have a nice little banter. And Jotaro approaches him, and then they start fighting.
Have you ever joined us since after this game?
Maybe, yeah. So, Jotaro approaches him. And then they start fighting, and then they're Star Platinum and the world go pretty toe to toe in this fight. Which isn't surprising because it makes sense that they're gonna have balanced stands for the big fight. I'm not really that surprised. No, you did not. They go toe to toe, and then Dio's like, My stand in the world is precise, fast, and only has a range of 5 meters on jojos. I guess it's the same stand as Star Platinum. Yeah, probably. Just for a few minutes. And then, they go toe to toe. Dio does time stop, throws knives at Jotaro. Jotaro has a phone book or something inside of his chest. He's like, I deflected it. A few more time stops and all those, like a bunch of similar interactions, but then Dio's like, then Jotaro blinks during time stop. And then Dio's like, what the flip? I thought I only could use time stop.
You know the
He's like,
bouncer towel? You don't use that one. Use that one.
Alright. So, that's the time stops. Oh yeah, and Dio can only pause time for 10 seconds. He's like, only I can move in time stop. And then he sees the Jotaro blink. He's like, alright, it's fine. I'll disregard that. The time starts moving. Start going toe to toe. Time stop. And then Jotaro like eventually starts to fully move, and then they start fighting. And then there's nothing really that important that happens. I mean, in the fight. Polnar shows back up again, but I don't think he fights. I think he just spectates. I might be wrong. Dio loses his leg. He tells the lady to fetch it. They start fighting. Jotaro fakes being dead. He like tells Star Platinum to hold his heart to stop it from pulsating. Dio like listens to it and he can't hear it. They start fighting, and then like freaking Jotaro punches Dio's shin, and then Dio dies. It's so stupid. In my opinion, I just wasn't a fan of how that ended. And then Jotaro's like, you don't know why you died? Because you ticked me off. Boom. And they throw his body into the sunlight. Oh wait, and Joseph is dead, but then Jotaro just reaches inside of his chest at the stand and starts pulsating his heart again. So. Yeah, that's how it ends. Jotaro punches his shin. They go to the airport and say goodbye. Polnareff, Joseph, and Jotaro say goodbye. That's a pretty sweet ending. It's not my favorite part. It's a lot of filler, and like it takes a while for them to get to the main point, but it's good. There's good scenes. What? Fire proximity mine's part of this. Pretty sick. What? How do you do it? Uh-oh. Watch out. What? I got it. Wow. I got my good. Nah, I thought you were on. How do I do it, Ryan?
You have to place a wall.
Alright.
They'll call that. Oh, you need to get wood. Proximity attack.
At the top, this doesn't matter where